I was in a relationship for 7 years. Oh wait, 2005. Sorry, it was about 6 years. We've been friends though since like 2003. When we were in high school together. So my ex, we met at his name is Jamie. We met at in high school in writing class. Very intelligent guy, very, very intelligent. Fell in love with his brain, really.
So in case you didn't pick up what she's talking about here, she's talking about Peetz, how she first met Peetz, but of course she's going to tell the story a little bit differently. But according to Shannon, her ex-best friend, Shantal used to be part of the group of people that used to pick on Peetz. Until the one time Shantal went over to Peetz's house and found a Polaroid picture of his appendage, and she was surprised by the size of it. She took it to school, showed it to everybody else, and after this, then she decided to start dating Peetz. So I'm gonna take because of his appendage, because of the way the story was told. But then for a while, she was embarrassed to tell everybody else that she was hanging out with that she was dating Peetz, because she used to be part of the group that used to pick on Peetz in high school.
So, fell in love with his brain, and we became really good friends. And then I was like, I had gone off to university, but I fell in love with him before I left for university after high school, and I wasn't ready. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I just felt really depressed. I was up, I moved away, an hour and a half away. I didn't have a car at the time. You know, I was just out of high school. I wasn't ready. So I dropped out of school, and I came back to live, went back to live in my hometown. We started working together at the same place. We got full-time jobs. We saved some money up, and we decided to move in together as friends. We each had our own separate bedrooms, but I fell more and more in love with him. But he didn't like me that way. He wasn't interested in me romantically. So I started dating other guys, which made him jealous. And then one day we both worked the same shift together. And then where we worked was like the best. We would just like honestly play Trivial Pursuit all night, which I really sucked at. Like, I was the type of person who sucked so hard at Trivial Pursuit that other people yelled at me and didn't want. But I mean, I'm not dumb. I mean, you know, I read a lot and everything, but I don't know. I'm not, trivia is not my thing, you know? So, like, I don't know who Benjamin Franklin had sex with in 1864 and things like that. You know what I mean? I'm not good at that type of trivia. So, so that's that. We were working one night. We noticed that naturally we were just talking about making future plans together, and I'm like, well, if we're making future plans together, don't you think that we should just date each other? And that was that. We started dating. And we were really close. And when you're with someone for that long, you know, and you start as friends, I mean, I still love this guy as a, like, he's like a family member. I don't have any romantic interest in him anymore at all. Like, I'm not romantically into him. I'm in love very much with my boyfriend now, and my boyfriend knows about him, and he knows he's an important part of my life. I made that clear before. My nail is grossing me out. I made that clear before we started dating, and he's okay with it. He trusts me, you know. So,
this is for those who are not around or don't understand the law. So here she's talking about baby in relation to our relationship with Peetz. So the story that happens is that Chantal got bored with Peetz and went on one of those dating sites. I guess it was like Plano Fish or something. And she met Baby there. And she started cheating on Peetz with Baby. But they were only supposed to be just a hookup. So one time, I guess they were at the gas station at the same time. Chantal saw Bibi in the car with a whole bunch of girls in it. Of course, when Chantal, she got jealous and started pestering Bibi. So every time she would go over to Bibi's house to hook up with him, she would slowly start leaving her stuff there. Kind of like how she did with Stabby, like everybody else. So she had a reason to go back. So finally, The final time she moved in, she finally said, okay, that's it, I'm moving in with BB. Apparently, Peetz woke up in the middle of the night only to find Shantal packing all of her shit because she was moving in with BB. That's how that happened. And how Peetz stuck around her, I don't get it. I still don't understand it.
So yeah, so I the thing is when I broke up with him, I just realized, you know, like I said in another video, we weren't intimate for like months and I just wasn't feeling it anymore. It's just like the spell literally wore off. That in love spell.
And also this little tidbit, Shantal also has explained it herself and admitted to it. She got so bored with Peetz that she would regularly cheat on him. Even way before baby, she would regularly cheat on him. But Peetz loved her so much and he didn't want to break up with her. He told her, it's okay if you sleep with other people. I just don't want us to break up. Isn't that sad? That is so sad. But yeah, that's how that one went.
Anyways. So I broke up with him and it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I still have guilt to this day. And I think that's why I still want to hang out with him, because I want to make sure he's okay. I think we'll be friends forever because, you know, he's a great roommate. Like we had 2 cats together. We had our own little thing, you know.
And in the next clip is the first time I believe Peetz was introduced to Shantal's channel. Look at how tiny Peetz was. Isn't it amazing that everybody Shantal ends up near has fear? They all ended up being fat. Look at Peetz and look at Peetz now. Look at Salah before and look at him now. He has that little Buddha belly going on there. Every man that ends up around him, with the exception of Stabby, because, you know, that mathematic really kept his weight off. They always end up with a pot belly. They always end up looking like, what is that called? A beaver. That's what they remind me of a beaver.
What are you having? You're having the same thing. Chicken tenders.
Fillets with regular fries.
Okay, tell everybody about your t-shirt. Oh, everybody, who are you? Introduce yourself.
I'm James. I'm sure I've been given another name on here.
Peetz.
There you go.
Okay, tell everybody about the t-shirt.
This t-shirt is designed by Jessie Sharon. She designed it originally as a dress.
Yeah.
She designed it originally for a dress for plus size people. So if you're,
that's a bonus.
Yeah, so if you're a bit heavier, then you can get something like this. She's got eyeball dress. She's got fighting unicorn.
I might check it out because I'm heavier. I'll link her name and her website down below. He's just trying to help her out, you know. So
now we're skipping over. So this video is around the time when BB finally had enough of her and wanted her to move out. It took him, imagine this, 1.5 years to get her out of the apartment. I believe he had to lie to her and tell her that his sister was going to move in with her in order to get Shantal to move out. Otherwise, she wasn't going to move out. He had to lie to her and tell her that, yeah, his sister was coming, that she had to move out. So this is her telling the story about how she's going to have to move in with Peetz, I believe.
I just want to bang my head off this table in frustration. So I'm not doing well. And I feel really sick. I'm just not doing well. Like, I want to talk to you about it because he's in the other room. I don't feel like I can talk to him about stuff like this, so. Start. Alright, so today was just a really bad day. So what happened was I went to look at an apartment with Peetz. And it's an apartment I guess, like, community, I guess, that's like several blocks in size. And we had to meet the person at the office at 4:30 today. And when we met the person at the office, is in one building at the beginning of the block. And of course, just my luck, the lady was like, okay, the apartment that, you know, you'd be applying for is the last building at the other end. I'm like, of course it is. And it, to make matters worse, it snowed hell of a lot today. It was slushy, slippery, which makes trudging through thick snow more of a workout for somebody who's like 400 pounds with back problems, breathing problems. They all have full lung capacity.
So here it was in the early days of our YouTube channel. Clearly she's a lot smaller and she was 400 pounds. And homegirl right now expects us to believe that she is under 400 pounds. Explain that insanity to me. Explain that freaking insanity to me. And she is upset that we don't believe her. It's like, girl, we've seen your old videos. You were 400 pounds then. I believe right now Shantal is a little bit over 500 pounds. I'm sorry. Especially ever since she's been Kuwait, she easily gained over 100 pounds. I believe she's like 500 plus. But anyways, that's the point I wanted to make with this one.
I have a clot that's still not fully resolved, making it harder to breathe. So I was like, oh, it's just for some reason, like, instead of just like being honest and saying I'm gonna have to get my car and drive around the block, because I should be walking, but you know, that was a lot for somebody who doesn't really do anything right off the bat. So I walked all the way, the couple blocks, few blocks, so it felt like forever, all the way to the other building. And I was so mad and angry because I was slipping in the snow. I couldn't breathe. My lungs were on fire. I was mad at myself for allowing myself to become nearly fucking immobile. But also, just like she was talking about blah 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 about the apartment, and I was like, yeah. And I was just like, I got mad and I got snappy. I was like, I wish I would have known how far this was, and she didn't say anything, and you know, neither did Peetz.
Needless to say, with that little story she was telling there, they did not take the apartment because she would have to walk up the stairs to get into the apartment. That's how they ended up in a luxury villa. But I left this little part in here because it's kind of like foreshadowing, basically.
Oh yeah, and I know you're gonna say, you need therapy. I know I need therapy, but you know what? I spent all my money on food. Therapy's expensive. And I know how that sounds, okay? So anyway, this is not okay. But it's like, how am I supposed to change when my whole fucking life is a trigger? Like, I feel like I need to move to like a different country where there's like no fast food.
Haha, jokes is on her. She moved to a different country. Well, she didn't move. She's squatting in a different country. Guess what? There's fast food. There's delivery app. And look what happened. She gained 100 pounds. That did not work out very well for her, did it? Did not work out very well for her. Like, from the beginning of her channel, she knew she had to go to therapy. She should have just went that route, and we will be having different talking points about her today. But yeah, that's the little nugget. I was like, oh my god, foreshadowing.
Where there's like life isn't just shit, you know? Ugh.
But anyways, as we all know, they ended up finding the luxury villa and it was suitable for her. And then she gave it up for a scammer. And then now she has to squat in Kuwait. And now she is homeless if she goes back to Canada. And at least Peetz has himself set up. Hopefully he doesn't give it up again for her, because she's going to end up screwing him over one way or the other. But anyways, we're going to move on from this story to another story. Somehow this is all going to tie in together, you guys. Just work with me. Bear with me. Okay, so anyways, after they moved into luxury villa, Shantal went on the dating apps. And she found El Stabby Stab Stab. So it was supposed to be a fling, a one-night stand. But Chantal ended up paying him money to stay at home one time. And he realized that, oh, she's making all this money. Why should I have to go to work? Let me just use her. So this next clip is all over the place, I know, but I'm just trying to continue the story between her relationship with Peetz. This next clip is when El Stabby started actually dating Didi, because he claimed Didi. And he is talking about how Chantal talked to him about other people.
More than you think. When you talk about private other people, think about your private. I don't see whose mother sleep with other guy with his husband, boyfriend, with her husband, best friend, sorry, and go talk to her sister, to her daughter about this.
So basically here, Barbecue Chicken did a good job at putting the subtitles in there. What he's saying is that Chantal told El Stabby that her mom was having an affair with the next door neighbor, which happens to be her stepdad's best friend. And as you remember that funny clip, I know it's terrible, but it's funny, when Marty was trying to get her mom's car towed and the next door neighbor came out, and then the rumors kicked up again, like, wait a minute, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Why is your mom with the neighbor? Where is your stepdad to help your mom from getting her car towed? Yeah, that story. So that story originally came from Chantal, who talked like this to El Stabby. So El Stabby was letting it loose on this particular night.
And her daughter, because she's private, to tell everyone about that. I'm not the only one who know. Okay, her mother, if you're watching me, be proud of your daughter. So if she shared that with anybody, her mother private to anybody, what do you think of stuff about me? Keep going. I say that, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to say it. I don't like myself when I say it. But maybe this will make her stop.
And I don't like this dude at all, so let's not get it twisted. I cannot stand him. But this part of the section, this is when they were going back and forth. This part of the story, I believed, because Chantal is known to do this. Chantal is the type of person to do this. But what she did not count on was Stabby coming to the internet and telling everybody.
And you better don't even say I'm lying. Because I will go.
Kelly E.
You know why I don't say that before? After all the shit she said? Huh? Because I respect myself.
That's right.
Because I feel bad because I say that.
That's it.
You go Windsor, get the club and the club. It's not other people's problem.
When I heard that part, you guys, I died. I don't remember this part at all. But it was so much during Crackhead Olympics, a lot of stuff we forget. But I forgot he said, you got the clap in the clap, I died. Because this is when Chantal came to the internet and told everybody that she got the clap and she got it from him. And he was saying, no, you went to Windsor with Carly and Josh when they were doing the OnlyFans. He said, you guys went to the club and got the clap. It is still funny. I am sorry. It is still funny to me.
You go make video and whatever you did, orgy, whatever you did, it's your life. Why you talk about me? She make Carl her friend, Josh her boyfriend. Now when they hear me, they think I'm a bad person. I'm the one who bad. No, you don't know her. You don't know how she talk about you with me.
You see what I mean? So even before Chantal went to Windsor to do the OnlyFans with Carly, she was also shit-talking her. You see my point? That's how Chantal rolls, man. That's how Chantal rolls.
Beats her boyfriend, her fucking ex or whatever his stupid cum. Every day. Here, or she went with me, or outside, or whatever. You know how I act about Beats? She do the same. More. Lie down on the floor laughing. He's my best friend, he's real man. Who's a real man? That's why you don't have men in your life. Because you don't know what man mean. If this is real man, good luck. You're never gonna be with man. 7 feet, 9 feet, this is your dream.
So just in case you missed that little part there, what he's saying is that Chantal says that's the same with Peetz. She will go over there and talk so much shit about Peetz to him and remember he used to have a mattress on the floor, lay on the mattress on the floor and laughing about Peetz. And I don't know if you guys remember, Chantal outed Peetz's sexuality to Stabby. But when Peetz and Stabby were going back and forth, Chantal would say Peetz is the real man. That's what he means. What do you mean, who's the real man? You don't know who the real man is. But Chantal used to do the same thing to Peetz. When she was with Peetz, she would talk so much shit about Stabby. So to put them at odds with each other. You know what I mean? To put them at odds with each other because she enjoys seeing people fight over her. It's sickening, really, if you think about it.
She don't feel like she's doing something wrong. This is the problem. She don't feel like she's doing something wrong. That's wrong. Hey, but if your mother like this, you got it from your mama. I don't feel good, but this make you happy. Sorry guys, I will never say that since the beginning, 7 months. I don't even say one word about something happened between me and her. But if you're going that way, stop. You got gift for your sister, Christmas. You can't give it to me unless my blanket. You're more important for me than my sister. I don't care about what she gives to me. Say no. I tell her keep it. This is your sister gift. Because I will never give my brother a gift to anybody or my mother or mother gift. Oh fuck. I will kill myself before.
Oh my God, you guys. I do remember that blanket that she gave to Stabby. That is sick, man. That is sick. So basically, that was supposed to be a Christmas gift to her sister. And he told her, no, give that to your sister for Christmas. She said, no, I don't care about my sister. You're more important to me than my sister. Man, this is sick. There's so much like going back and watching these old videos during Crackhead Olympics. So much happened and so much that I forgot. Because I remember when they were moving, when Stabby was moving in with Didi, everybody was asking her, like, yo, are you going to get that blanket? She was like, oh, no, it's okay. Shantal, you're sick, my dude. You are sick. Anyways, to wrap this up in the nice little bundle, remember when she started seeing Skatboy? Skatboy told her that he didn't want to live in with Peetz. Kind of like the same way Stabby told her he didn't want to live in with Peetz. For both of them, it was never about Peetz, it was about the money. Because they both saw it as an opportunity, like, wait, you're paying for bills for both places. Why are you paying for bills for both places when we can both just bundle up in one little spot and kick Peetz to the curb, and then in turn you end up giving us more money? That's the exact same thing that's happening with Skatboy right now. It's amazing.
I'm just warning you. She has the freaking nerve to be like, okay, listen, they don't get it. They don't get it. Like, they think okay. This is the problem. This is the problem. They don't get it. Hi, Che, Lime Jello. They don't get it. Like, they think that I'm this huge fucking bitch talking shit for nothing. They think I'm just against Natter for no reason. No. Are you kidding? Like, I honestly don't know how she's gonna sit there as a woman and condone everything he does. Like, I did, yes. But, like, I didn't know what he was like. Like, she sees, if she's been watching me for 2 years, somebody's fucking lying. I don't understand. It drives me nuts because I don't understand. Like, somebody who's, like, literally just done so much more for him than her, and they can stay together for a whole week without any fighting. Like, we fight all the time. Is it because I'm not, like, saying yes enough, or what? Is that what happened?
I love that little nugget in there because that was her trying to defend herself after Stabby dropped that bombshell about the blankets, the mom, the sister, the blanket, everything. That was her way of trying to defend herself, but her main focus, she used to come on in these lingeries trying to lure Stabby back, and she always came back to like, but I did so much for you. I gave you so much money. I gave you more than she did. Because till this day, she still doesn't understand that you cannot buy people. And the only person that's always been in her corner is Peetz. Peetz has bailed her out so many freaking times. And she was about ready to kick Peetz to the curb for Stabby if Stabby was going to have her. Finally, she kicked Peetz to the curb for a scammer. Because believe you me, once this whole thing is done with this scammer, Shantal is going to go back running to Peetz. And she's going to be crying the same song and dance about Scatman once he has taken everything from her. So now we're going to pick it up with Peetz. At this point is after Shantal is already with Scatman in Kuwait, and Peetz has come to a realization that she wants to get rid of the villa. She didn't give him any notice to prepare himself, to give himself enough time to find a different place. But I also blame Peetz for believing Shantal anything that she says, because she has screwed him over so many times, and he should have never quit his job. And even if he did, he should have gotten a different job nearby and kept working instead of believing her. But the sad thing, you guys, is I think after this whole thing is over with the Scatman, Peetz is the only person that Shantal has. Peetz is going to be, again, off to our rescue. But anyways, I'm rambling too much. Let's go back to Peetz freaking out once he realized, oh my god, she's about ready to screw me over again.
Odds are good. I am probably going to end up moving in with my mom, who has a tiny little nothing kitchen. I feel like I'm probably not going to, honestly, I don't know that I'll be live very often at all once I'm there. I'm gonna be fucking miserable. Cook for my mom. Her kitchen's nothing. Like, it's a shitty kitchen she's got, honestly. There's no room. I'm going to be exceptionally depressed. Well, I've got a job lined up. Like, it's something where I will probably end up getting a job at the place where my brother works now. That's probably where I'm going to end up working. Which is another thing. I will be way too tired to cook because I'm going to be working full time. So between exhaustion and having a tiny little kitchen in a one-bedroom apartment with no privacy, I probably am not going to be... I'll have my lunch breaks. Like 30 minutes. It'll be like a 30-minute lunch. Remember my days off. I'm going to have to stay with her for a while. Yeah. Yeah.
And watching this, you know what? I remember how much these two pissed me off. I mean, these two, Shantal and Peetz. They act like shit that people do on a daily basis without even blinking. It is so much. It is so much. These two should really not be friends. Like, they're not good for each other. They enable each other. They're horrible for each other. Yeah, they always pissed me off. I just remember that.
Lucky me, I'm gonna be able to fucking... I'll get to look for another apartment in fucking Cornwall. Be stuck there for the rest of my fucking life. Gonna be such great goddamn time. Fucking out and getting dragged back there. I'm never going to escape Cornwall, and it's fucking miserable.
And you hear that anger? That is the kind of anger he should be unleashing to his queen. At every single turn, I feel like Peetz lets Shantal run his life not in a good way. He always ends up back to square zero, not even at square one. She always leads him back to square zero. And I remember watching this, like, why are you not cursing her out? Even though you let her do this to you, but you still have every single right to curse her the F out. Why are you not doing it? But he would never unleash that anger to the queen, as you're about ready to see as you continue watching.
2 bed? No, 1 bedroom. She's got a 1-bedroom apartment. When am I moving? End of the month? Moving at the end of the month. I've got no choice. Life or disability? Maybe. But
as you heard him right there, Shantal didn't have the courtesy of giving him more than a month to let him know, like, hey, I'm not paying for both apartments, work something out, figure something out, because I'm going to go squat in Kuwait. I think it was at the beginning of the month that she let him know, like, yeah, we're getting rid of the villa, because the villa was in his name. But the only reason that they took it was because Chantal told him she was going to take care of everything, convinced him to quit his job. That part was his own damn fault. He could have still quit that job and found something nearby where he can walk to work. He should have never quit working. But, yeah.
disability barely pays. I won't be able to... disability barely pays anything, so I'd still be stuck living with my mom. In a shitty 1-bedroom apartment, sleeping on her couch. Why do you have to move? I mean, I can't afford the rent on this place on my own. We've already agreed to leave. We've already signed the paperwork to leave this place. So, I mean, we've got Shantal. Shantal's going back to... Chantal's gonna stay with, probably gonna end up staying with her mom temporarily until she goes back to Kuwait to be with her husband. Get a place for my brother. I mean, once I've saved up some money, then yeah, that's probably what's going to end up happening. Either way, fucking stuck in Cornwall. Never getting the fuck away from Cornwall again. Internet? Well, yeah, I'll have internet access. Again, I'll be working 8-hour days plus commute time. So probably like 9.5, 10 hours a day that I'll be... Don't regret moving in here now. No, you don't need to wear a suit and tie. Get a brother moving with me. I mean, odds are that's what's probably going to happen, is that we'll end up getting the place together in fucking Cornwall, because there's no way I'm ever getting out of that fucking the city anymore. I'm basically stuck in a city that I fucking hate. Hi, Pumpkin. Why is Cornwall bad? It's just a shitty town. It's just a trashy town. Frankly, I'm much madder at myself. Claire, Mrs. Why am I mad at myself? Because I fucked up. Because I completely fucked up my life, Claire.
finally, at least he had a little bit of self-awareness there, how big he screwed himself over. Do you guys think when this whole Kuwaiti arc nonsense is over, do you guys think Peetz is going to take it back into being her roommate so she can screw him over yet again? Because remember, when they moved out of the villa, Peetz confessed that since his name was on the lease, he would stack up a $5,000 bill for damages from the villa. Even though later he tried to work it back, it was too late because we all knew that there was going to be damages that were going to have to be paid from the villa. And Shantal never helped him with that $5,000, so you know. She never helped him with that $5,000.
It's supposed to be. It is supposed to be age restricted. So strictly speaking, I'm not actually supposed to stay there anyway. What would have you done differently? I mean, I should have been looking for work, or I should have, done a better job at making YouTube a career, treating YouTube as a career before now. It's just, no, I should have quit my job. Quitting my job was not a choice. Drink vodka will make you forget about it. Kind of wish I did. Kind of wish that I did do drugs, honestly. Yeah, fucking whatever, Diana. I am not spilling tea. I am not that type of person. The absolute worst came to happen. Even if Shantal ended up completely disowning me, even if that happened, I would not spill tea about her. I am not that type of person. No, my depression was primarily my job. Like my job, I'd hit a point in my job where it was my depression. Well, me, what the fuck do I care? My brother is pretty sure that I can get a job at the place where he's currently working, a place that he thinks is good. What's wrong with it is that I want to be out of fucking Cornwall. Living with my mom wouldn't be as big a deal if it was a 2-bedroom apartment. In a 1-bedroom? No, that's fucking awful. Except I need first and last month's rent, Pata. Like, I can't find a new place until I have enough money for first and last month's rent. And rent prices in Cornwall are fucking nonsense. Planning on transitioning? I don't even fucking know at this point. I honestly, I am in a situation, I am at a point where I don't know what the fucking point of anything is. Why didn't you say the past 3 months? Because...
So, and as we all know, Peetz ended up finding a place with his mom's friends living upstairs, an elderly couple. And he's been saving money. I think he finally paid off that $5,000 they owed to the villa for damages. And if Peetz is actually smart, he will save his money, get himself a studio apartment, forget about Shantal. They can still be friends, but do not live with her because you're going to end up in the same position. I've not been to his channel that much, but I've heard that she's been trying to go over to his channel to sweet talk him. And apparently people that go in his chat, they run her off because they know what she's up to. They cannot stand her. But yeah, I hope that's what he does. Just find himself a nice studio apartment. That's something that he knows he can afford. So that way, if Shantal needs to run off and chase after some dude, he'll be okay. I hope he is smart enough to do that for himself. And as far as transitioning, I honestly think Peetz only wanted to transition because he thought being a female would be a lot easier. That's my honest belief. Or Shantal talked him into that for content. And even Peetz can also be a liar. Let's be honest. Peetz can also be a liar, and he's never going to give up Shantal. He's never going to tell on her. He's never going to give up on her. So that's that.
Everything I was making, I had to fucking spend. Never having enough money to do a single fucking thing to make me happy for the rest of my fucking life. I'm going to spend the rest of my life completely goddamn miserable. I'm going to be miserable every single day of the rest of my fucking life. That is the situation that I'm in. I have a degree, yeah, and which is like 10 years out of date by now. My degree's 10 years out of date at the 30-minute unpaid lunch. So, 7.5 hours with an unpaid lunch. And then it's going to be like 30, 45 minutes on the bus each way to get to the job. Like the place that I'll be working at, it's way out in the middle of, it's way out. The bus is going to be like 30 to 45 minutes each way. So 7.5 hour shifts plus like an hour and a half for commute. I'm not saying I'm too good for fast food kimchi. I'm saying that it's fucking it's a stressful job that I don't think I'd be able to handle. I am not good enough for fast food. I am not good enough for fast food. That's what I'm get my license and then have to pay for a car. Run into the same basic problem. I don't have money to get an apartment right now. Like I just don't have the money for first and last month's rent. I don't have enough money for first and last month's rent. I have no fucking choice. I have absolutely no goddamn choice but to move in with my mom. And once I'm in Cornwall, I am never getting the fuck out again. Once I'm there, I'm stuck. Because I'll never, ever, ever be able to save up enough fucking money to get the hell out of that shitty ass goddamn town.
And all this anger, why is he not unleashing it on Shantal? Because yes, I know he put himself in this position, but she promised him everything. And as soon as the dude that was willing to pretend to love her, she dumped him like a hot potato. That's actually was about ready. She dumped him like a hot potato when she thought she was gonna move in with her Stabby. She was actually talking about rehoming Peetz, you guys, in case you remember that stream. And we were all like, what do you mean you're gonna rehome Peetz? You cannot kick him out of his own apartment. He's the one on the lease. How about you move out? Well, she finally did, and this is the debacle that happened. And Peetz, you are a dumb idiot if you move in with this girl. Like, there will be no more feeling sorry for you. And we know Shantal has been coming around trying to warm herself up to you because she knows that you are going to get an inheritance of $15,000. In today's time, it's still good, a little bit of money that you don't have. But she is counting on you for that money. When she needs money, she's going to be running to you. Watch it.
Because the rent is fucking obscene in Cornwall. Like, Cornwall rents are fucking obscene. I'm never going to be able to save enough money to move somewhere else. Man, shut the fuck up. I don't fucking care about your I told you so's. Fuck off with that shit. Fuck you. I am not going to sit here and be accused of engaging in fucking suicide dating. Fuck you. That is not something I've ever fucking done. Fuck you for even for accusing me of it. I'm not fucking putting up with that.
And right there at the end, you see him going off. People were in his chat saying, "We told you so, dummy. We told you so." He was not having it. He was not having it. He came on here looking for sympathy. When people told her, especially when she fled to Kuwait, people warned him. And he kept on saying, "Oh no, she's my best friend. She would never do that to me." And look what she did to him. And I guarantee you, Peetz, he's going to do it to you again. But I know this started out with Peetz, to circle it back. She started going around Peetz when BB broke up with her. Peetz had a stable job, had his own spot, even he was in Cornwall, or who was fine. But because Shantal could not get an apartment in her own name, she started going around Peetz so she could get the lease in Peetz's name. That's the only reason why she started circling back around Peetz. Whenever shit doesn't go right in Shantal's life, she always runs back to Peetz to bail him out. And he is so damn stupid. And my point of the video was, with friends like that, who needs enemies? Friends like Chantal, you really don't need any enemies at all.